From NBC News, this is Today.
Back now at 8:51 with the young actor making his debut in the new movie Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, a role that's already earning 14-year-old Thomas Horn rave reviews. Today, contributing correspondent Jenna Bush Hager recently caught up with him in Oakland's Jack London Square.
Thomas Horn, like many ninth graders, enjoys being with his friends. But unlike most, he's at a screening of a film in which he stars.
I would like to introduce this movie, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, and I really hope you enjoy it. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Yes, 14-year-old Thomas is the leading man in Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, a movie adapted from the best-selling novel. Thomas plays Oscar Schell, a sensitive little boy who loses his father on 9/11.
After he died, I found this key in my dad's closet.
And sets off on a journey to make sense of it all. When he finds a key he thinks his dad left for him.
I'm trying to find a lock for this key that was in the envelope that once belonged to my father.
A heartbreaking and complex role for a first-time actor who was asked to audition based solely on his performance on Kids Jeopardy.
Article 5 spells out the procedures for making these changes to the Constitution. Thomas.
What are amendments?
Good.
Film producers tracked him down and encouraged him to try out.
You had no acting experience before this, is that right?
That's true.
Or a little part.
I had one small part in a school play, but that was it.
James and the Giant Peach?
That was the play.
From a school play to sharing a set with two Academy Award-winning actors, Sandra Bullock and Tom Hanks.
He's knowledgeable about everything and he's opinionated about everything, but he's not a young man who has to be tricked into performing. He's very, very focused on the intentions that he needs to communicate in each scene.
We had a really good relationship on set. He's a really nice guy. I mean, people say that all the time about him, and it's really true. He's great.
Thomas is in almost every scene in a film that took 7 months to shoot, with constant script changes and an emotional subject matter.
What did you do to prepare and get ready for the role?
I would go into this little room the director had built for me off set, and I would think about how the character would feel. And I would maybe do this 15, 20, 30 minutes. Eventually, I felt that the character had entered my body and that I had left. And at that point, when I was the character, then I could leave the room and try to do my job.
You know, Oscar goes on this amazing journey. What did you learn from going on this journey with him?
I think one of the biggest things I learned is about the nature of grief, because I'm lucky. I haven't had anything major to grieve about in my life, which is super, but he has. And from hearing what other people thought about him and from reading the book and the script, I got a feeling for maybe possibly how someone in grief would act.
And because Thomas was only 3 on that fateful day, he researched and learned a lot about 9/11.
I heard you also met with some families who lost people they love in September 11th. What was that like?
It really made a big impact on me. It made me feel like, in a way, that's what made 9/11 real for me, because I grew up around here. I don't remember the day. I don't really hear about it that much in my normal life, but meeting those people made me realize on an emotional level, you know, the tragedy that so many have gone through.
While Thomas continues on his own unscripted journey, he says he wants to maintain a normal life, though it might get increasingly difficult as he has already picked up a Critics' Choice Award.
It is kind of funny to think about, but I mean, I'm just so lucky. I mean, everything that's happened since I got the role has really been very lucky.
An extraordinary boy, a serendipitous chance, and a role of a lifetime. Jenna Bush Hager, NBC News.
I saw that movie. He is spot on and he's amazing.
Wait to see it.
Yeah. By the way, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close is now playing in select theaters. It opens everywhere this coming Friday.
And still ahead, we're cooking.